Ladies, it's March. So in past episodes, we've been talking about, how people do the word of the year and all of that. Well, we had decided we were going to do a word a month. So we had our words, and for February, the three words were patience, vulnerable, and consistency. So, and then we were going to do whether we were going to keep that word for March or did we have a new word?
Or did we stack? Because I stacked. I kept my January too.
You kept January.
And February.
Yeah.
So your January one was adventurous
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
patience.
That's right. You did stack.
Uh-huh.
What was my, I think, do you have my January?
Uh, freedom.
Freedom. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Freedom and vulnerable, and mine was gratitude
Yeah.
And
and
consistency.
consistency.
Okay. So, how do we do this month, ladies, with our word?
I did really well.
As she patiently tells us.
I did really well. I don't think I have a new word for March. I'm really loving my two adventurous and patience word. The adventurous, maybe not adventurous socially has been very nice, but in tech wise, I'm just going off the charts on some stuff that I am just absolutely loving and just very excited about. And then I am really, really brought down and just, chillax. Just don't let things get to you. Just take a breath. Take a breath. So I am continuing on exactly where I am right now.
So you're going to stay with your stacking of adventurous and patience.
Yeah. I think that's
Okay.
a good, I don't want to add any more and I don't want to take either away. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's cool. Miss Tracy, are you ready?
Sure. So mine was gratitude and consistency. Um, Gratitude's always big for me, so I'm going to continue to keep that. The consistency piece, when I said that, was certain habits that I wanted to create and maintain in my life. I was thrown a curveball that was outside of my control. A curveball that also highlighted my ability to have a lot of gratitude in my life. So I'm going to stick with consistency as well. Um, and I guess the best part about that, life coming up, and, saying hello, um, is the grace that I gave myself to not be consistent. The grace I gave myself to say, we're just going to put this aside. This is okay.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean anything. It does not mean that you are not diligent, not disciplined, not any of these things. That's not what this means. So that was a great takeaway from that situation.
Do you
Awesome.
think that's because of intention though? That you like because you intentionally put it aside. So that's kind of the grace you gave yourself is that you just didn't allow it to happen. You intentionally made a decision to go, I'm just gonna put my consistency aside for this moment because something else has taken over my life.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was an intentional thought in advance. Like, to me, intentional means I have pre-thought this out and this is what I'm going to do. It was basically, oh, I'm not going to be doing this. Like I woke up and was like, I'm not doing this. So,
Okay. Okay.
and at that point, I had to make, it was sort of that decision to go, okay, what do I want to do with this? Am I gonna make this about me not figuring this out? Because that's immediately where my brain went. It was like, how are you going to figure this out? And I just went through a quick checklist and went, this can't be done, this can't be done, this can't be done, this can't be done. So now what? And I was like, okay, I'm not going to make this a story about myself because that's not what the habits are there for in the first place. They're there for my own, they're there for me, for taking care of me. And I was just like, that's just not going to happen right now. And that's okay.
Cool.
So I'm gonna keep with the gratitude and the consistency for March. Although I love the adventurous tech situation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm with all the tech bros.
Yeah, I am so not that person. God, so not
Yep.
techie.
Yep.
Would like to be more of
Hmm.
that, but have no idea how to even start.
And the
So
adventurous part is I am claiming that I know what I'm talking about. I am letting them know. I'm not dimming my light because, oh, you guys all know more. I am totally pushing my voice out there. So
good for
that's, I think, my
you.
part of my adventurous part too. So
Uh-huh.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Well, it's both. It's the willingness to dive into, deep tech water that you're not used to, and also to have your voice heard. That's a lot of adventure.
yeah. Yeah. And
Mhm.
again, and I don't know why, but I seem to always land, I guess because it is tech, land in like, these groups where it's like, okay, there's 5 men and 1 woman, right? And
Hmm.
they do that bro talk. It's just like,
Hmm.
let's just get on with it, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
good for
very
you.
good.
Yeah, good for you.
And
Good.
then I have the patience to just listen to them, wait my turn, and then say myself.
Yep.
Good for you.
I thought it was about the cats, but it's about way more.
That's right. You did say that. You
Yeah,
did say it was that, the
yeah,
cats.
it's because of the
I
cats, but
remember that now. Yes. Okay. So my word was vulnerable. And when we first started, before we came on camera, I said I didn't want to discuss this. And you both are like, oh, wait a minute. Vulnerable it is about. So, and the reason being is, as you all know, we all three have our own businesses. But for myself, I struggle with, are we going to say the word selling? Selling myself or selling my product? And it's not, I stand behind my programs, I stand behind everything. But if I feel I have to stand in front of anybody and say, you should buy this, I have this gnawing voice saying, you sound like a used car salesman trying to push it up, 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 up. And so there's been a lot of work on being paid for the services I'm providing. And so that's my whole thought process. So through the month of February, I have made sure that every week I talk about one of my programs to become more courageous in my pursuit for freedom. And I'm
Love it.
so um so I like the way Tracy G is stacking her adventurous and her patience.
Mhm.
And so I keep my word freedom I am keeping my word vulnerable because I know I'm going to see, I'm like so nervous, I'm twirling things. I know I still have to continue to be vulnerable because through vulnerability, we build confidence and courage and get out of our own ways. And I'll become more comfortable with the uncomfortable. But I'm also adding patience because I know that everything is working for me. And I just have to continue to move forward.
That's good.
Yeah, good job. Good job. Love it.
So,
The only thing
Love it.
is, if you were talking about Michelle, this person over here, you could sell it no problem. And I don't want to say sell. You could talk about it no problem.
right,
And it's funny, but as soon as that, even though it's you, becomes that it's obvious, like it's too bad you can't take it and go, oh, this is this persona Michelle, even though it is you,
yeah,
because you would be so good at that. Because I know you can do that on other things, right?
right. It's just it's these stories.
Yeah.
I know Tracy E and I talk a lot about how we've worked through um, uh, what do I want to say? Self-sabotage, or we have these stories we tell ourselves that we always do. And I've become very good at working through them, but it doesn't mean that it's not gonna boop, pop its head up. What happens is it becomes more evident quicker, and I just have to work through it more to not more work through it, but just push myself forward to do it. And so I just am doing it. So every week I go out today, I did a story. I did my story. It wasn't even I always thought, here's the thing, I'll be very honest about it. I always thought I had to do it a certain way until my business coach was like, why? Who said it had to be that way? Why can't we go this way? And I'm like, what? I don't know. So I've been toying with and trying different avenues of how to promote my courses in social media, whether it's a story or whatever. Some of it I'm talking, some of it is more still photos with type over whatever. So that's what I'm learning. The story I'm saying is you're supposed to be up front and you watch these people who are pros at it and they do it this way and they do it this way. Well, I just have to find my way. I don't have to
Yeah.
do it anybody else's way.
Yes. Very,
So
very important.
I just did that in my stories today. So my stories is like my last three stories are me talking about my programs. Not even. It's just I typed it out thing. So
Awesome.
All
we shall
sounds
see.
good.
And then as you always say, Tracy G, and I know we've all learned from business coach we all had, you take that one piece of content and you can use it 17 different ways. And we never do that. So I have it in a story format and then I have it in a post format and then so I can reuse it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because again,
Email. Yes.
we tell
Blog.
ourselves the story that, oh, that person saw that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell you how many things I see all the time if I've seen it on repeat. And it says you take 7 times of seeing something before somebody purchases.
And what's so interesting is even if you see something that you've already seen before, there's no judgment about seeing it again.
Hmm.
We
No,
don't go, oh, wow, that person's lacking content. They've got the same thing happening here. Like we don't
Yeah.
do that. We would never do that.
no.
Or who
So,
does she think she is thinking, I want to see that again?
Yeah.
Right?
right.
It's like,
It's like never wearing the same outfit
yeah.
twice. Never, ever. We'd be throwing things out left and right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, So
Well, good for you.
those, yeah. So viewer, do you have a word? Are you following along with us? Have you picked a word? Or are you following one of our words? We would love to hear about it. Put it down in the comments. Make sure you share this with somebody who you think needs to hear this. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button at notifications so you know when our next episode will be out. Until next time.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you as a regular member of our community.